the Spirit is love, joy, and peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Against such there is no law. So let us walk in the Spirit. Well, Preacher Sims gave us 5 things to build our temperance or self-control. 5.
5, wow.
Yeah. You want to know them?
I sure hope you took notes, Matt.
I did. I have my notes here. Okay,
Oh,
let me see.
wow.
Okay.
Preacher Sims sounds like he's pretty smart.
He is a smart guy. I like him very much.
Good.
Okay, so he said number 1 is to foster good habits so that when the time comes, it is almost automatic. Like doing the right thing, like brushing your teeth. It gives it gives a better chance of not having cavities. So it becomes normal, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, so it just becomes a natural thing to do, and we don't even think about it. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Mom always says putting things away right away makes more time for play. Good habits.
Yeah.
That sounds good. That makes sense.
Well, parents are also, number 2, parents are to encourage responsibility by allowing the kids or us to be responsible by our own behavior. Makes sense, huh?
Yeah.
So, for me, if I lose one of my favorite things after being reminded several times to put it away, which is my fault,
Oh, yeah.
they should not rush out and buy another one for me
Oh,
because it defeats the purpose of my responsibility in not caring for my things properly.
oh.
They surely know what they're doing, huh? Lulu?
Yeah, I know for sure. That's exactly what my parents would do. They wouldn't run out and get me a new one, especially if I did not be careful in taking care of my things. Then they tell me it's my responsibility.
So you have awesome parents.
Yeah, like you, Max.
God-given. We thank God for that, right?
That's for sure.
Yeah, so Preacher Sims also mentioned that there's a third one. Okay, we're number 3, kids.
Okay, well, the third. Is everybody listening? Because I sure need to hear all this.
That's right. So number 3 is to have, oh, this is hard, Lulu. This is going to be hard.
Oh, what is it, Max?
To have limits.
Oh.
On how they treat others in the family and outside the family.
Oh, yeah, I get it.
We are to learn to respect. We are to learn respect for others.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, but this one's kind of, not so bad.
That's not so bad. That's pretty easy. Saying please and thank you. And,
so,
I get it, Max.
Okay, so we have 2 more, right?
Okay.
So now we're going number 4.
Oh, okay.
The 4th is to hit the pause button. That's hard, especially when you're playing. You don't hit the pause. Are you kidding me? Just keep playing.
The pause button.
I know.
Oh, in other words, we're not supposed to keep on doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
Tell me, Max.
To remember to stop and think.
Oh.
If we do not agree with something, or to think of what we need to do, or ask ourselves some important question before we do something, we ask or told to do.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Max, you really are you were paying so attention. You took some pretty good notes there. What are the questions that I should ask myself before I make a choice I'm facing? Because sometimes I don't stop and think long enough to ask myself some questions.
I'm glad you asked, Lulu. So here they are because I was guilty myself. That's why I was paying attention.
Oh, well, I'm sure glad you took these notes because they're really good.
Okay, let me find my notes here. Okay, so question number 1. What is a good way to handle this?
So what's a good way to handle the situation?
That's question number 1.
Okay.
Okay, number 2. What would God want me to do? Boy, that's a serious question.
That's a pretty serious one, that one.
And number 3, we fuss about all this. Is it really a big deal?
Oh, well, I guess it depends on what we're doing, whether it's how big of a deal.
That's right.
Sometimes it's a big deal to me, but it's really not a big deal to anybody else.
So, that's our 3rd. But we have another last question. Should I check with a parent?
Oh, yeah, I know sometimes I've had to ask Mom and Dad about some things that I wasn't quite sure about. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, check all the times with your parents, kids.
Oh, yes, we need to be very careful with some decisions that sometimes even a good friend wants to do, and Mom and Dad have told us not to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So we better check with the parent about this for sure. So that's really good, Max. And I really like that because sometimes I'm not sure of what I should do.
Mm.
And now I have this guide to help me to make some good choices. I know I can always ask my parents, so I really like that one because that helps me to have a good understanding of what I should do, and they will help me to do the right thing for sure.
Well, we're in the same boat, Lulu. Me too, I feel the same. But I am so glad I took notes because I would never have remembered all of this great advice. I know preacher was talking to the parents, but I sure learned a lot too.
Mm-hmm.
The last
Oh,
thing
yeah.
the preacher said was that it was good for us to wait for gratification or reward sometimes. Like when we are saving some money. You save some money, Lulu?
Yeah, I do save some money, but can you explain that a little bit?
Yeah. So like when we are, we save some money for
Okay.
a special item we
Yeah.
want to get.
Okay.
It's good to wait for what we want.
Okay.
But waiting's not
Oh, okay. That's what gratification means? That's a pretty big word,
easy. I
Max.
know. It's his nose. I just, try to understand with my little brain, but that's
But
his
you
nose.
did real good writing those big
Thanks.
words down.
Thanks, Lulu.
Well, I totally agree with you, and I know the fruit of the Spirit will take us a lifetime to learn. But I also know that when I keep the Lord as my focus of life, and you know what, Max? It makes me think of being a fair weather friend. Do you know what that means?
Can you explain a little bit?
A fair weather friend. My mom used that the other day because she told me I should never be a fair weather friend.
Is that positive or negative?
No, it's not a good thing
Oh.
because fair weather friends are friends that stick with you when everything's going good, and then when something goes wrong, they're gone. They're no longer your friend because
Okay.
something happened and they didn't like what you did.
Oh.
So, Max, I'm glad you're not a fair weather friend.
Oh, I'm glad you say that, Lulu. You are my best friend, Lulu.
Oh, I am so glad
Yeah.
for that. Max, you know what? All of these fruit of the Spirit have helped me so much. They've helped me to see where I need to really, really work on things. And I'm glad that we are best friends so that we can help each other. And boys and girls, I hope you have a good friend
That's
that
right.
you can work out these fruit of the Spirit with. If you don't have a friend, then go to your Sunday school teacher or your mom or dad, someone that you can trust to help you with some of these. Because some of these are really super hard.
Yeah,
Man,
that's right.
they're going to take a lifetime for sure.
Like us.
Yeah, that's right.
Mhm.
So I've been so happy to share all these times with you.
Mhm.
Please come back and continue with us.
That's
I
right.
hope you will be a good friend to us. Keep in touch with us. Keep following us. And have a blessed day.
You guys take care, and I hope every one of you enjoyed our little journey with the fruit of the Spirit lessons. And don't forget the song that we've been singing all the time.
Can you sing it with us?
That's right. 1, 2, 3. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, and peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance, against such there is no law. So let us walk in the Spirit. So keep tuned with us, and we will keep learning all kinds of good things from God's Word.
Bye.
Bye.